Is it better to buy a home in Raleigh, North Carolina now? Or should you wait and see if the market cools off a bit? In today's video, we're going to give you the facts so you can make a decision for yourself. Hi, this is Chris Morton, real estate broker with eXp Realty in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we've been noticing a trend lately on YouTube. Real estate agents from all over the country are making these, what we call doom and gloom videos, where fire's behind them and their eyes are bugging out and they're freaking out and telling everybody that they should be freaking out too about the housing market. Some of them are saying we're about to enter some great recession, depression thing where housing prices are going to collapse. Others are saying prices are going to go through the roof and pretty much only billionaires are going to be able to afford little shotgun shacks in the future. Well, we're of the opinion that a lot of that stuff is just a bunch of garbage and they're just putting stuff out there to get people all riled up, get their views up on YouTube, get their subscriber numbers up. You get the idea. Today, we're going to break down the facts for Raleigh, North Carolina so you can decide exactly where things stand around here. But first, we need to give you a little disclaimer. We do not have a crystal ball. If we did, we would play the lottery all the time. So, by not having that crystal ball, we can't really predict the future. All we have to go on is what's happened in the past and really what we're hearing from our current clients and from other real estate agents in the area about what they're seeing is going on. So, with that out of the way, let's get on with it. First, we are hearing from a lot of people that they're planning on moving to Raleigh, North Carolina. And a lot of those people are planning on making the move in June, July, and August, which is normally a really good time of the year to come to Raleigh and buy a house. Kids are out of school, inventory is usually really up, and you have a lot to choose from. It makes the whole process fun, enjoyable, easy, weather's great, great experience for everyone. That's what normally happens, but unfortunately 2021, like 2020, has not been a normal year. But let's back up a minute. As you all know, 2020 was a very momentous year in our society. Because of those events, a lot of people started working from home. And a lot of companies and those employees realized they did not need the employees to be in the expensive cities to live and to work, that they could be doing work remotely. So a lot of people started looking around at best places to move that gave them a little bit better quality of life, and has been the case for many years. Raleigh, North Carolina and our surrounding area popped up to the top of a lot of people's lists. And now finally, with things starting to get back to normal, people are finally getting more and more comfortable with making a move, and you guessed it, a lot of them are making a move to Raleigh, North Carolina. And unfortunately, right now in early 2021, we have historically low inventory of houses, crazy record low mortgage interest rates. We have 40 to 60 families a week coming into the Triangle area. And all this is putting a terrific strain on our housing situation. So you can just imagine what's going to happen in the summer when all those people I talked about a few minutes ago come to the area to buy a house. And to add to the increase of people moving here, you've got a lot of people that are already living in Raleigh that are not wanting to move out. They're totally happy where they are, and so they're not planning on selling their house, which is of course reducing inventory. And on top of fewer people moving out of Raleigh, new construction, which has traditionally been a supply of inventory for our area, is just not been able to keep up with demand lately. It's gotten to the point that some builders that traditionally allow buyers to make customizations to the home before they start building are doing all that work themselves on the front end before they even put the home on the market. This ends up saving a lot of time and can get the home done a lot quicker. Add to that the delays builders here and all over the country are experiencing with supply shortages and labor shortages, and the fact that a builder can't just buy a piece of land today and start building houses on it tomorrow. In some parts of our area, through having to go through the county and city permitting process, it can take up to 2 years for a builder to start being able to build on his land. Another thing that you might think would help out with inventory would be an increase in foreclosures. The media have been all over talk about how foreclosures are going to increase this year, and we're not really of the opinion that that's actually going to happen, especially not in the Raleigh area, mainly because so many people around here have a lot of equity in their homes. Should they find themselves in a lot of trouble, hopefully they won't find themselves in trouble, but if anyone around here found themselves where they were behind on their mortgage payments, they could pretty easily put their home on the market for sale, get it sold very, very quickly because demand is high, and they're going to end up selling for top dollar and be able to move out, rent something until they can afford to buy again. So in other words, we're not going to see, I don't think, an increase in discounted, tons of inventory properties come on the market. It's just not going to happen right now, mainly because we have so much equity. So to put that all into perspective, last year this time, there were 6,300 homes on the market in the 25 county triangle region of Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, that in and of itself is a really low number. We should be sitting at like 30,000. This year, we've gone from 6,300 homes last year down to 2,400 homes this year. Crazy numbers. And the average price of a home last year was $437,000. This year, the average price of a home is $539,000. We have personally had clients that we've been working with since the fall who have written offers on homes, and the offers haven't been aggressive enough, and you guessed it, they were not successful in getting the home. So now they're looking, and the same home they could have gotten last year for $300,000 is now being priced at $340,000. Let's take a look at a couple of examples we found on Zillow of this kind of price increase. So this home in Cary, North Carolina sold almost a year ago for $402,000. Today, this home is worth around $445,000. Now, just so you're aware, Zillow's estimates aren't a formal appraisal. They're a computer-generated estimate of a home's value based on homes that have recently sold nearby. Not dead on accurate, but it does give you an idea of where the housing market is headed. Also, this home sold back in March of last year for $500,000. Zillow now says it's worth almost $545,000. This home in Raleigh sold for close to $600,000 back in February of last year. Zillow now says it's worth $652,000. And this home sold in Raleigh for $700,000 back in February of last year. Zillow says it's now worth $763,000. And this home in Cary sold for $805,000 back in March of last year. Zillow says it's worth $875,000 today. And this home in Chapel Hill sold for $1 million back in January of last year. Zillow says it's already appreciated by an additional $100,000. And finally, we've got this house sold for $2,175,000 back in April of last year. Zillow says it's now worth over $2.3 million. So you can see behind this home value appreciation, this whole thing is not just impacting the lower price brackets, it's affecting all of them. So what does this all mean to you? Should you buy a home in Raleigh now? Should you buy in the summer? Or should you sit on the sidelines and wait it out? While we can't make this decision for you, all the information we've shared with you in today's video points to the fact that it doesn't appear inventory shortage is gonna get any better anytime soon. So if you don't have to be here in Raleigh at any specific date, it's probably a really good idea for you to get started on your home search sooner rather than later, especially if you were planning on buying in the June, July, August timeframe, which is when we're expecting to see a ton of buyers hit the market and therefore more and more competition. That's not even to say what's going to happen in September, October, November, December, when traditionally inventory is at its lowest. So we have no idea what's going to happen that point in the year. So we hope this has helped you make a decision. We're here for you. If you have any questions, we're happy to help any way we can. And as always, please like and subscribe below. Thanks for watching. This has been Chris Morton. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.